Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Farid Abidi bin Abdul Latif, and my group will present a video about a mid-air collision over Oberlingen, Germany that killed 71 people, which is part of our problem-based learning in aircraft radar subject. So my group members consist of first myself, Muhammad Farid Abidi, Daniel Fitri, Muhammad Firhans, and Muhammad Daniel. So the first question is, identify the system used in the aircraft that can reduce the risk of mid-air collision. Describe the version of the system and component involved. So the system that can help to reduce the risk of mid-air collision is Traffic Collision Avoidance System, TCAS. This system consists with three versions, which are TCAS 1, TCAS 2 and TCAS 3. And based on this air crash, it involved with TCAS 2 version. And basically, TCAS 2 consists of two types of proximity alert, which are traffic avoidance (TA) and resolution advisory (RA). And for the component involved in this TCAS 2 system, first, Mode S and TCAS control panel that will be used for altitude reporting, identification and others. Mode S transponder that will provide data link for TCAS, and also Mode A and Mode C transponder. TCAS computer that consists of transceiver, antenna that consists of 6 L-band antenna, TA and RA display, oral annunciator that will give advisory.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Daniel Fitri bin Faizuddin from 5X BFV2, and today I want to review on the principal operation of the system. So I want to go to the next slide. So figure 18.1 is a block diagram of TCAS 2. So the principal operational is control information from the TCAS control panel is provided to the TCAS computer via the Mode S transponder. TCAS 2 uses directional antenna mounted on top of the aircraft, in addition to receiving range and altitude data on target above the aircraft. This directional antenna is used to transmit interrogation at varying power levels in each 490 azimuth segment. An omnidirectional transmitting and receiving antenna is mounted at the top of the aircraft to provide with range and altitude data from the traffic that is below the aircraft. TCAS 2 transmit transponder interrogation on 1030 MHz and receive transponder replies on 1090 MHz. The traffic advisory (TA) display depicts the position of the traffic relative to the TCAS aircraft to assist the pilot in visually acquiring threatening aircraft. The resolution advisory (RA) can be displayed on a standard vertical speed indicator (VSI), modified to indicate the vertical rate that must be achieved to maintain safe separation from threatening aircraft. When an RA is generated, the TCAS 2 computer lights up the appropriate display segments, and RA compliance is accomplished by flying to the VSI needle out of the red segments. On newer aircraft, the RA display function is integrated into the primary flight display (PFD). Display traffic and resolution advisories are supplemented by synthetic voice advisories generated by the TCAS 2 computer.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Firhan bin Abdul Samad. I will explain about the question 3, which is the interpret the information displayed in the cockpit that involve the system. For the first one is traffic advisory (STA) display. The function of the TA display are to aid the flight crew in visually acquiring intruder aircraft, such as discriminating between intruder aircraft and other nearby aircraft. Second, determining the horizontal position of nearby aircraft. Third one is the providing confidence in the performance of TCAS. So this is an example of the symbol. The first one is for own aircraft, which is in airplane symbol. It will be in white or cyan color. So the second one is for non-intruding traffic, which is the aircraft that altitude is unknown. It was in open diamond shape, and it will be in white or cyan color. For the third one is the proximity traffic. It was for an aircraft 200 feet below and still descending. It was in solid diamond shape and will be in white or cyan color. And the fourth is traffic advisory for the intruder that aircraft that 700 feet above, and it will be in solid amber circle. For the last one is the resolution advisory for a threat that 100 feet below and still climbing, and will be in solid red square. For the second one is this resolution advisory RA display. The RA display is used by TCAS to advise the pilot how to maneuver and not maneuver in some cases, or to resolve the encounter as determined by the CAS logic. For the last one is the oral annunciation. Whenever the collision avoidance algorithm issue a TA or RA, a voice alert is issued. It is for to ensure that the pilots are aware of the information. This oral annunciation can be provided via a dedicated speaker so that they are heard in the pilot's headset. The last one is how oral annunciation are inhibited below 500 plus minus 100 feet above ground level. This is some example. The first one is the traffic advisory. It will be annunciation as traffic. The second one is climb RA, will be annunciation as climb. The second one is descent RA, it will be annunciation as descent. The fourth is reduce climb RA or reduce descent, it will be announced as level off. The last one is maintain rate RA, it will be annunciation as maintain vertical speed maintain. That's all for me.
Hello, my name is Muhammad Daniel. I was given question number 4, which is to evaluate the causes of the accident and suggest the solution to increase the safety and awareness of the risk aircraft collision. As we know, the mid-air collision over Oberlingen, Germany between flights DHL 611 and Bashkirian Airline Flight 2937 killed 71 people. There are several causes of this accident. It can be separated into 3 different categories, which are workload, technical problems, and regulation differences. For workload, it is reported that the Skyguide employee, Peter Nielsen, is the only one at work during that time. The other air traffic controller on duty was resting in another room for the night. It is a common practice for Skyguide to allow only one personnel in the air traffic controller during night times. Regulations stated that there must be at least 2 personnel. This happened due to the lack of management. This meant that Peter Nielsen was working 2 workstations at the same time. Increasing workload and stress made him to not realize the problem in time and thus fail to keep both aircrafts at a safe distance from each other. Moving on to technical problems, it arises when another Airbus was about to land near an airport in Germany. Due to the absence of his colleague, Peter Nielsen had to take charge to handle the aircraft's problems. But there were problems to Peter Nielsen as well. There was maintenance work done at the ATC's radar and telephone line. This causes Peter Nielsen to spend more time at the Airbus more than he had to spend time at and neglect the DHL 611 and Bashkirian Airline Flight 2937. The time he spent at the Airbus was because he cannot contact the airport in Germany. The STCA radar did not alert Peter Nielsen that the DHL and the Bashkirian aircrafts were on a collision course due to maintenance. And lastly is regulation differences. It is found that the DHL aircraft prioritizes TCAS over ATC advice, while the Russian Bashkirian aircraft prioritizes ATC advice over TCAS advice. according to their operation manual. Using this logic, it causes the Russian aircraft to descend when Peter Nilsson commanded it to descend, while its TCAS command it to ascend. The DHL aircraft, however, did not receive any command by Peter Nilsson, but received command by the TCAS to descend. As both aircraft descend, they crash into each other and kill everyone on board. There are several lessons and solutions that we can learn to avoid future aircraft collisions such as this. Firstly, ATC companies must have at least 2 personnel during work hours, even during non-busy times. Secondly, ATC companies such as Skyguide must be more alert on the situation faced by their staffs and be more responsible, especially in the management department. Lastly, every aviation legislation in Europe and even the world must have their operation manual to put TCAS as priority over ATC at all times. That is all from our group. Thank you.